Hi, I am Nuclear Vince, and in today's video, we're doing something kind of special, but we're just doing an idea that I kind of said in the last video like I was going to do, but I didn't really get to it because I was showing off my world. But we are going to do a before and after of builds before detail, and builds that are going to be almost the exact same thing. Like I have pillars, furniture, a house, and a arch with detail on the right side. So it's going to be before and after. These are all the materials I'm going to use. These are all the materials I used right here. So let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start with the pillar. Let's see, I think it's a 3x3, and then we're going to do that, and then we're going to take it all the way up. However tall the blocks on the pillar with no detail is, real quick. And then now what I'm going to go in and do is kind of make it a little circular. To me, when I'm making pillars, especially when they're just plain squares, I like to round them out a bit. Especially when you're putting stairs at the top, it adds to the detail for me. I can't just do regular, just plain pillars. It's just not my type. Alright, now I'm done with that. So what I like to do when I'm building pillars that connect to the ceiling, I like to kind of blend it in with the top. So we're going to put some stairs right here on all four sides. Oh, missed that one. All four sides. And then for the little corners, I like to do little special stuff. I like to do sometimes slabs, sometimes like oak fences or something. It doesn't matter what kind of fence you use, it just whatever fits your needs. And then I like to put a little detail into the actual pillar itself, so like a gradient or anything else in between. And then sometimes I come down here and also put stairs. And then I like to do something a little different from the top with the corners. So I'll get to that with the gradient, and I'll show you guys how it looks. I messed up a little bit, but these need to come down one block and on all sides because I can't connect fence gates to slabs. So I'm gonna redo all that, and then I'm just gonna connect all these up, and then I'll do the gradient, and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright, I did the gradient, and this is how it looks, but there's something missing. Since I added these while doing the gradient, the iron the iron bars or whatever. So I think I'm going to add trapdoors on the top and bottom. Just add a little more extra detail to this thing. Make it even a little better than it already is. Alright. And let's get this side real quick. And let's see, let's do this at the top. And we are done. This is the before. This is the after pillar. I think it turned out pretty good. I think in compared to the last one, which is just a ceiling and obviously just blocks of just pillars, no detail, anything, it's a huge step up. Like huge, huge. I think I did pretty good on this. If you want to copy this, how I did it, just go through very slowly through the video, pause it and unpause it, and this is how each side looks. It's all the same, copy it on all four sides. And yeah, this is what it looks like. Now let's go on to the next one. Alright, furniture. Just regular furniture, just some stuff you just throw in your survival or creative world real quick just to get it out of the way. I mean, it looks okay. I wouldn't personally use it myself. I like to go a different route. So let's get a gun. Alright, I got the blocks for this part of the build. So what we're going to do is, I haven't built this style, I don't think, in a long, long time. So what you're going to want to do is first put down, oh crap, first put down some just regular block, placeholder block, and a door right behind every block, like how it is over here, placed in the exact same place. So like this. And then we're gonna make it to where you're able to sit in it also. I know it looks kind of dumb now, but the doors are just there to help it look more like chairs. But we are going to figure it out. All right, now that you got all that, you're going to want to put a placeholder block around all this. Trust me, you're going to need it. Because right here, we're going to break out the blocks. Oh, forgot to put a door there. Break out these blocks below the doors. Because these empty spots are where the minecarts are going to go. And it's going to make it to where you're able to sit in them. So enable to put a minecart in these. Either you can just place it right there, like how this is, or actually no, this has to come up one block. So you got to do it kind of weird. You have to do it like this. There you go. That's how you do it. So sorry, fill all this back in. Even though I just told you to not to open it, and then we're gonna go like this on each and everything. Each and everything. See, it's going to sit in there just perfectly. It should sit in there very snugly. And just do all that for each door. And it should look like this. This is what it should look like. We're going to cover up the sides in a minute. But first, we got to break all these temporary blocks. And if any of these line cards pop out, just redo the step that I told you. And then skip back to this part. Right, so what we're going to do is, for the sides, to cover up the sides, we are going to put trap doors, so it looks like kind of armrests. If that kind of looks good. I don't know. It's hard at explaining things. But that's what it should look like. Alright, so now for the middle, after you put all the side little armrest trapdoor things on the side, we are going to take some scaffolding. We're going to make a tiny little coffee table. And then for the top to cover it, we're going to put some not some trapdoors. On the top to cover it, we are going to put some pressure plates to kind of look like counters. And then that is the finished build. It's really a simple one if you want it to be working. But you can sit down. Oh, let me close that. But you can sit down. You can put some food there. Not actually, but you can put some food there and sit around and talk with your friends. So that is the working, more detailed version of the furniture one. But now we're going to go to the arch. This is just a normal arch I built. This is the before. And we're going to start on a little simple build over here. A little outline for the after complex, more detailed one. All right, let's get to it. All right, we got the basic outline. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some of the stairs for this bottom little layer. Especially for archers, there has to be some supports. Not all the time, but if you want it to look somewhat realistic, then supports are the way to go. So just put a couple fence gates in there. You can change it. You can intertwine it between colors, which I'm probably going to switch this out real quick. So I'm going to do that. I switched out the fence gates to, I think, no, it is spruce fence. And I did this little design. I did an arch inside the giant arch, which I'm also going to put tiny details inside of it. So I'm going to put slabs so it looks like it's going kind of curving up, like how a regular arch would. Oh, let's not do that. Let's put you back to normal. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to put a second layer of stairs on the top. And then we're going to put some slabs. So it's going to get smaller and smaller. And then we are going to put trapdoors of any of your choice if you want. So the arch is kind of gradients. This is just some design right here, but it kind of gradients up into a smaller and smaller, not platform, like block. And then we can kind of just shorten some of this stuff down at the top so it looks less blocky and more like a kind of like thin arch. So we're going to put some more slabs up top. Like I said, you can do any kind of slabs you prefer. This is just what I am going to do. Alright, now I'm going to add just a little bit of detail in the inside. I don't know, I'm really liking these trapdoors, what I'm doing with them, or these iron bars and what I'm doing with them. So I'm gonna put some iron bars in the inside, just so it kind of feels like a little like medieval like windows you could like barely see out of them and whatnot. I don't know, I'm just feeling it. But now we're gonna go with a some oak trapdoors and kind of just decorate the outside. Like I said earlier, you can do with this however you want. And I'm gonna put some trapdoors up here. Right now it's starting to look like a barn. Not really what I'm going for, but you know it works. I added some more trapdoors at the top, so it looks like it's getting pointier as it goes up more, kind of. So this is the finished product. This is the before, just plain and everything, a little bit of stairs. You can see the curvature a little bit in the outline. So this is the after. You can see a lot more of the curvature right here and the top too. It's more detailed. There's actual support, so it looks realistic. And you can see out of it. So if you wanted to do tunnels, underground or not, you could add the windows or windows quotations. And it just, I don't know. I just like this way more than that because it's detailed and it really has like its own sort of life to it. Alright, for the very last one, we are going to be doing the house. And for this one, like the other ones, I'm going to be making a small outline, picture perfect version of this one right here. And I'm going to be sprucing it up a little bit and seeing how I can make this better, like the other ones. Alright, I got a simple outline. Because I need to mainly work on, obviously, details on the outside. But on this back one right here, it kind of sucks right here. There's no detail and it's just flat. So to improve that, we are going to actually place the doors on the inside, so it gives it a little bit of depth. And for the stairs, instead of having it just a plain just tower on top, we are actually going to turn them upside down and have it like a little hangover. And then one thing we actually can do on top, if I can do it, is a little chimney. Now let's see, let me get a fireplace and we will actually have a chimney here. I got that fireplace put in, and I don't know if you noticed, but I did change the windows down to a little bit smaller because when you come in, it's going to be 2 blocks and it's perfect view right here. On the other one, it is a 2x2, which is way too big for this house because you don't need that much seeing view. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these and put kind of some supports. This isn't really realistic because the logs itself would already be holding up the roof of the house, but it's just the details that matter. Remember that. And then we're also going to be putting trapdoors along the top edge in between these logs on each side. So go ahead and do that. Alright, we're done with that. Also, I switched out the wooden chimney for an actual brick one. But houses usually have a lot of flowers outside of them, so we're going to add a little bit of vegetation. Personally, I am going to add some leaves and maybe some flower pots. So we'll just come back and see how it looks. All right, I added a little bit of vegetation. I added some leaves and then added some flower pots and some chiseled stone bricks under them to keep them up. All right, that is the finished house. This is the before. Kind of crappy, simple detail, no vegetation, no anything, no green, very boring. Doesn't even have stairs for a roof. And this is the after. Vegetation, flowers, supports, glass, smaller windows that's perfect for your view, and it's even got a little chimney. That house sucks. This one doesn't. Alright, but that's gonna be all for this video. Go ahead, like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.